Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom. Welcome back, welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom.
Says hello again. So it's come back in 2019. So this is my first video in 2019. Yes, it is. So I hope everyone's had a great happy new year. I'm so happy that a lot of you will be back. Say hello to some of my new subscribers because my subscriber count went up slightly, so I'm very happy. So thank you very much for everyone subscribing and commenting on my last video. I think that's the most comments I've gotten on the video so far. Let's usher in a new year. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You will see that in this video, I have 3 clips where it's kind of more close up. You kind of see me more personal, you know, my hair all disheveled and disgusting. As it is now. I was talking about, which is the video title, talking about struggling on a PGCE course, and I'd given some advice. I just did that in my car with my phone. So now, I don't think I told you about the story time. So here's the story time. On my PGCE course, it wasn't the most easiest ride ever. Now, there were elements where overall, I loved my PGCE. It was like, I loved it, wouldn't change it for the world. I'm very happy I did a TA role before for a year because it made me appreciate and know the background behind all of that, because I had to plan some of my own things to do during my intervention time. Now, there were elements where I really struggled. I was just really upset. I was sad. It was a lot because you got to think, as a PG student, you got to do your assignment, plan lessons, teach them, evaluate them, and do their kind of assessment on top. And that's at the beginning of the year. That's not even on, you know, we'll ease you in, you know, by February, March. No, that was October. Like November time. That was me going in for my first 5 weeks, and boom, there it is. And I was like, oh my goodness me, this is a lot. But I mostly struggled when I did my second placement in year 5. I then finished and I came back to year 1, and everything changed. I struggled the most, really struggled the most, and it was hard. And I did have a cry or two because it was just like, I can't do this. I just can't do any of this right now. And I really wanted to have like a little break in terms of just I needed 2 weeks off, like give me 2 weeks. I came through it, and it was only because of me talking to someone, me knowing that I really wanted to teach, and knew that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's just, you know, people, when you think of something, let's say an observation didn't go well, you start to overthink it. Like, oh my goodness me, I'm a rubbish teacher now. Look at this. Made me want to be like, yeah, I can't do this no more. But I pushed through, and with the help of, as I said, with friends and and my link tutor and my tutors, I got through and I became. So, I got a message from someone on my Instagram, and they said to me that they want to quit their PGCE because they find it too difficult. They're struggling. If there could be any advice that I could give to them to help them along that process, because they don't really want to quit because they really want to teach, but right now they're struggling. I will say one of the things the first thing you need to do is to talk to someone. Talking to someone could mean anyone from a friend to someone on your course, a tutor. That could be a link tutor if you have one. That could also be university tutor. One of the things I would say to do is to definitely talk to someone, because if you don't and you bottle it and you keep it all in, it's just going to get worse, and you kind of need someone who will talk to you. The worst thing you can do is to let something go on and not tell anyone. Is really important. Now, when I did my PGCE, there was a time that I did really need to talk to my tutor. I was like, this is just too much. It's just way too much for me at this moment in time, because I had a child who felt really ill and they didn't have their school badge thing on, and I just felt like a failure, everything. And it was really difficult at the time trying to get back into year 1. I was just really struggling. I was just like, oh my goodness me, I can't do this. I did also talk to my friend who we did placements together in year 1, And she was a godsend, honestly. She was the most amazing person. She got me through a lot of stuff because it was just hard. A PGC is not easy. It's very difficult. You're still acting as a teacher, but you're training in that job. So all the emotions that come with it, whether it's behavior management, whether it's children that are just not really gelling to you, it's children that are being violent in some cases, or your assignment prep is just not going right, or if it's all of that, that does take a toll and that does really affect you. So please do talk to someone about all of that. The second one is, for some of you, if you're really struggling, you've talked to someone at this point, you've confided in someone who you feel that can help you, and you really feel that you can't do this anymore, please don't continue. Now, I know teaching is a passion. Teaching is something that we love and we really want to inspire children because it's lovely. But the worst thing to do is to continue to do something that affects you so bad that you can't complete something, that you don't want to get up in the morning, you don't feel happy anymore, because you've only got one life and you really got to live it the best way you can. Do you really want to do a job that you know you really want to do, but affects you so much that your mental capacity, your believing in yourself decreases? It's really not worth it. Now, I don't mean drop out completely and never ever come back. I'm saying take a year out, because I know I had a friend who did a secondary course and it was just too much for her, so she took a year out. Time just wasn't for her. I also had another friend who did that, and now they're in because I took a year out as well just to be a TA, but she took a year off for PGC. She said, I can't do this anymore. She's then come back and she's now an NQT. Sometimes a year is just not for you. You just need to really relax, because people tend to forget that, especially of my kind of age, when you come out of university doing your BA, whatever you did it in, it's quite difficult to just jump into a PGCE, because you don't get that time off per se, because you don't get that time to relax or to refocus your mind, or to come from another job and then jump into a PGCE course. It's hard. Sometimes you really need to just take a year out to relax. If you have enough money, travel the world. I wish I could have done that. If you don't, then is just to find a different job where it's less stressful, so you don't have to deal with that. Whether you become a TA, whether you be a teacher assistant, an SEN teacher assistant, where you're one-on-one with a child. If you want to keep it in the child realm, if you want to be in nursery for a bit, this year might not be for me. Let me take a year out. Let me refocus my mind. Let me get into some retail. Let me get some more experience, and then come back in and boom it. Don't think that you need to rush into a PGCE, because it's not your time. There's jobs out there. Trust me, there's jobs. They're not going to fade away or go away just because you took a year out. Take time for yourself. Even if you are on the PGCE course and you feel, I can't do this, talk to your tutor, talk to anyone, and then take some time out and then come back the next year or the year after. The other advice I would give to someone is, if you're going through a moment where you had a bad observation and it just didn't go well, or to do is to think, why did you become a teacher? Why do you want to become a teacher in the first place? Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we go through our teaching and we kind of forget the real reason why we want to become a teacher. Now, my tip for that is to sit down with yourself, quiet, put some music on if you need to, and literally make a little video for yourself. You don't need to post on YouTube or anything. Just make a little video, or to write down, answer this question: why do I want to become a teacher? Write them down and really evaluate why you want to become a teacher. Is it because you want money? Although I don't think you're going to PGC course for money, but well, some do. Is it say to do that because sometimes writing it down can ignite something in you that can push you to think, you know what, this is just a bad time for me, this is a bad moment, let me zen out, let me eat, let me meditate, let me do whatever I need to do, and then let me regroup myself and come back. Because sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes we lose motivation, and the self-motivation that helped me was to literally write down why I want to become a teacher, or more personally, make YouTube videos. And that really, really helped me because I got advice from other people. People were talking to me, and even when I wrote it down myself and didn't show anyone, it was my kind of ticket to look back on sometimes when it was a bit hard, to be like, yeah, this is the real reason why I'm becoming a teacher. One of my last pointers that I will give to someone who feels like they want to drop out or feels that they're struggling and need some advice is literally take time out for yourself. It's really, really important to take time out for yourself. Don't let the PGCE be your life. Let the PGCE fit into your life. Now that's very hard, especially when you have the assignment and you've got to do assessment and you've got to do, oh my God, I've got observation that I need to plan for, then I've got to get the resources, and oh no, I've got to do this. There's 100 things on you to do one thing, I know. You can, especially on a weekend. I would say take one day where you don't do anything teaching related and do nothing. Literally just sit down, I eat, I exercise if I need to, go out, have fun, whatever. On Saturdays, I tend to do nothing teaching related, because what happens is when you start to say, I'll do 10 minutes here, that 10 minutes turns into an hour. Then that hour turns into 2 hours. And you're like, well, I'm nearly done. So then that 2 hours turns into 3 hours. And so on and so forth, if you get my point. Teaching and workload overtake you because you can become numb, you can become upset, you can become just not yourself, and you can lose yourself in your PGCE. So that's my advice. Just take a day out. Hard as it is, trust me. Take the time out, relax. If it's not for you this year, take a year out. Jobs are gonna be there, don't worry. Jobs are gonna be there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of like a somber kind of video, but I think we should go into 2019 with a bit of advice, although as uncohesive as it is, you know me, if you've been with me from the beginning, I don't do plan like that. I just flow wherever I go. So do you be the best? I know a lot of you that are starting your PGCE courses or are getting back to it. Good luck, have the best of fun. If you need any advice from a former PGCE student, please do write in the comments or send me an email or Instagram me. You can tweet me. I don't use it that much, but you can tweet me anyway. I'll get to you in like 2 weeks. But yeah. But have the best of time. I hope you have a great 2019. I'm looking forward to having a bigger family come and join. And yes, but for those of you that are a bit bored or you need a bit more motivation, why don't you just go watch this video right here? Or actually, it's a new year. Let's do it over here. This video right here. And I shall see you in the next one.